Good morning, Kabroda crew. Welcome back. Hopefully y'all had a good day yesterday. Happy New Year's Eve to everyone, and thank y'all for coming and checking out the live stream today. Yeah, just not a lot happened yesterday. We got a little bit of a pump after the live, like right after the live. We actually broke out of that pattern that I was talking about yesterday. I was talking about that flag forming here, with the top kind of forming here and the bottom kind of coming up like that. We got that breakout though right here, kind of came back, retested it, and then it took off. If you're watching it, you could have gotten into that. The only thing was it was a little pre-move, so we are looking for the breakout level being right here on the green line. We're looking for that to break out, retest that, and then take off. That would have been the trade of the day if we could have gotten into that. However, never got that retest there, so we ended up not being able to take that trade. So yeah, it's just kind of a boring day, really. The Kabroda Battle Box took you, or didn't take you, but it kept you out of the trades for pretty much the whole day. Had nothing really going on, just some sideways price action. After that, we kind of floated around this green line here, dipping back down to the yellow zone here, but really we stayed right here on our breakout line. So nothing too crazy yesterday, just kind of hanging out. Yeah, overall, yeah, nothing. We got a little bit different coffee today. We had to go pick up some Texas pecan coffee, so a little bit different. It's, I don't know, it's probably about as good as the hazelnut. I don't know, nutty coffees, that's just the way to go, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, nutty coffees, that's the way to go. Anything with like nuts in them, you put a little bit of creamer in there, or not even creamer, you put a little bit of like heavy whipping cream or something, and you got some good coffee. But yeah, I don't know, it's just like the nutty flavor, it just goes really well with the coffee. So I don't know, like any nutty like flavor on the coffee, it just works real well. So y'all should check it out if you haven't already had any kind of nutty coffee. But all right, you have to let me know what's your favorite like coffee, I don't know, like genre, I guess. I don't know, like what's your favorite like coffee like taste? Like do you like nutty coffees, or do you like the like exotic ones, you know, like the ones that are like they're like, oh, this is made in Brazil and it's the Brazilian like whatever coffee bean. I don't know. You know, like they have like all these like crazy ones, but yeah, pecan coffee is pretty good. So is that hazelnut we got for Christmas. So yeah, we'll kind of get the battle box ready, check it out, see what we got for today. Yeah, kind of go over it, see what treats we can get on New Year's. See if we can get anything kind of fun to jump into. Any trades going on, maybe during the live. It seems like every time I turn off the live, that's when it takes off, but I don't know. We'll see. So we're actually going to jump on over to our other screen with our Kabroda battle box here. So you can see we got it pulled up. If you've never seen this before, this is our Kabroda Battle Box system. We got a link in the description for it. It's going to be $89 a month. There's also a little, you can get a little bit cheaper if you buy it for like the whole year, or even 6 months. But for the month, it's $89 a month. And basically what you get is you get our Battle Box AI. So right on the site, all you have to do is just click this button right here, and it'll initiate the whole thing. You'll have the AI basically go out and get you some different levels, and then we can just throw them right into the indicators. Indicators are also right on the site, so you can grab those too. And then also we got some different things that are we're kind of like throwing into the site as we go. So we got the Wealth OS, which is going to be our like longer term trading strategy that we're developing. So that's coming out onto the site. You can already see it up there. I believe it's active right now. It's not 100% perfected, but you know, it's up there. So we're still working on that one, but mainly it's this right here, our whole idea of what we've kind of been developing, being the Battle Box AI. So between this and the actual AI that's on OpenAI, you can use both of them. You kind of use both of them in conjunction, as well as the indicator, obviously. And you do get 2 indicators with the whole thing. So it is a pretty cool thing. We even have like this right here where you can see like what time frames you should be like getting ready in the morning versus what time frames you should be ready and kind of jumping into the market. So like for our time today, when the market will open at 7:30, between 7:30 and 8 is when you should be like getting the Battle Box ready, getting your charts set up, that kind of thing. And then 8 o'clock all the way to 3:30 is when we're going to be jumping in. Terry says he likes just regular black coffee. Nice. No like flavors or anything, huh? What if you had like, I don't know, like you could have like, yeah, like a Texas pecan and just have like black coffee. It doesn't have to be like have stuff in it, but I don't know, black coffee, I guess that works. You got hazelnut Black Rifle coffee. Yeah, that one's pretty good. That's the one we got for Christmas. That was pretty good, actually. I do like the Texas pecan, but that would definitely be like pretty close right there behind it. Yeah, like I said, like pretty much any nutty coffee is just good. So we'll check out, this is our Wealth OS right here. So you can see we got some different things on it here. Basically it's the same idea. You just put the amount of money that you want to invest in, press initialize, it'll kind of develop something. So just like this, you can kind of see like where to jump in, where to jump out. That's kind of the idea, all for educational purposes only, but just a great way to kind of see your plan visualized, I guess, and kind of give you a plan if you don't already have one. But we are working on developing this more and more, so more stuff will be coming soon to the Wealth OS as you check it out. But mainly today, what we're looking for in the live stream, like I said before, is we're looking for this Battle Box AI. So we're going to go ahead and start it up for today and see what we can get going. So we already got our levels for today. You can already see them on here. We got our daily resistance at 89,337, breakout triggers at 89,058. We got our breakdown trigger at 88,405 and our daily support at 86,809. So those are our levels for today. We're just going to go ahead and copy those for our indicator. We'll head back to TradingView and we can just go ahead and throw those in there. So this is our indicator right here, the Kabroda Battle Box command. You just go ahead and open up the settings, go to the paste data string. You're going to hit Control A and Control V, and that's it. We got all of our levels in there. Our stuff will move around. You can see it now. We got our levels back on there now. So all we need to do is get ready to jump in. Our breakout trigger is at 89,058, so that's going to be the green line, and then the purple one down here is going to be your breakdown. Just to make it simple, you can check it out on the Kabroda thing right here. So you can see it, we got red. Here we got green as our breakout trigger, purple as a breakdown trigger, and then we got blue for daily support. So if you go back to the chart, red, daily resistance, blue, daily support, purple is the breakdown, and green is the breakup. So pretty simple. We kind of kept it the same across all things, so you could see it either way you go. Just makes it nice and clean. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I said, check it out. You can try it for free for the first 7 days if you sign up right now. So go ahead and check it out. Like I said, link in the description. It is a pretty nice little indicator. The other plus, like I said, is it is built on GPT. So if we head back here, we can go ahead and copy our GPT payload. And then we're going to just have to open up our GPT here. So let me grab that. So we'll open up this here. We're going to just paste our GPT payload right into here. Press enter, send it in, and then it will pop out a DMR. So daily DMR is a daily market review, or daily market brief, I guess is what it wants to call it today. You can see it has our session in here. Yeah, what price BTC is that? What the what it's kind of sitting at today, I guess. Like if we're bullish, if we're bearish. Right now we're neutral, pre-breakout, so we just haven't broke out of our pattern yet. We're in the initial balance. We don't have any bias earned yet. You can see we got some different things here. Basically, we'll run through all of this. We got some, basically tells us what kind of market we're in. So right now we're in an S4. So as we kind of learned yesterday in the live, that means that we're basically pre-breakout. It's essentially what that means. So you got to be careful with how you take trades because we haven't broken out yet. So we haven't kind of confirmed our move. So we're just looking to see, are we going to move or are we just going to stay here? It'll just kind of depend. So we'll see what happens here. Once we get that breakout, though, we'll move into the S5. I believe it's S5, and then we can look at taking some of the trades. We got the execution news and the battle ready transition. So yeah, we don't trade news, so it's not actually on here. But yeah, we'll kind of jump into it. I'm actually gonna real quick check out, make sure we don't have any news. So go back to here, and we're gonna go to cryptocraft.com. Go to the 31st. We don't got any news today. It will be, I guess we did at 7:30, but it's a low impact. Employment claims, kind of weird that's low impact, honestly. Normally employment claims are higher impact, but I don't know, kind of weird. But obviously it's already out. We got below the actual forecast. I'm guessing that's not a good thing. I don't know. Like I said, don't follow the news that closely. Normally what we do is just look it up on here on cryptocraft.com, check for what impact it is, and then if it's high, we'll be looking to kind of like, like watch out as you're looking to trade at that time. But if it's low, it's just like, oh, whatever, like it doesn't really matter. Really high or like whatever their middle level is, like medium or whatever, that's the other level we want to look for. So on their site, it's orange and red being high, and then orange being like the middle ground between yellow and orange. But yeah, like I said, low today, so nothing to worry about. We're actually done with our Kabroda suite for right now, so we'll just head back to the GPT here. And you know what, actually let's head to the charts, because we kind of all we really got to do is kind of just check out what the charts are doing. So we'll do a little bit of reading from our GPT, kind of see what it has to say. Basically what the AI is saying that the summary is we're looking at a rotational compressed environment. Both breakouts and breakdown triggers sit inside the daily range. The higher time frame shells are balanced above and below price action, and there's no direct edge until acceptance occurs beyond one of our triggers. So we're looking to get that breakout breakdown, like I said. Until we get that, we don't really have anything going on today. Not really a trend today, as it would say. So we're just kind of looking for that retest. Right now we are above our breakout trigger though, so we could see that possible 2 candle close right here above our breakout. Breakout is the green line at 85 or 89.058. So if we get 2 closes above there, get that retest on the 5-minute, that's where we're going to be looking to jump in, just based off of our system here. So that's kind of what we're looking at for right now. So far though, we hadn't got those 2 candle closes in. The candle for the 15 just opened, so we got a little bit of time. 8:30 we'll be checking this out. Just based off this candle, like this second, it's not looking like it's gonna go anywhere, so we'll kind of see what happens. Again, not super expectant, because like if you're here yesterday, like we were talking about, the markets just are not super, like, I don't know, they just don't move a whole lot, on Christmas and just like this kind of holiday season, like really week before Christmas, week of Christmas, and week after Christmas, just kind of slower. Week before Christmas is sometimes okay, but the week of Christmas, week after Christmas, those are pretty slow. People are just getting ready for the new year. They're celebrating Christmas, hanging out with family. They're just really not checking out the trades. So there's just not a whole lot like happening. So I don't know. That's just kind of how it is, I guess. That's just what people end up doing. Charts end up being kind of boring, throughout these weeks. If anything, they're kind of like sporadic. It seems like people like just get this random like mindset, like, oh, I'm gonna go take some trades, and I don't know, it's just weird. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, right now price action pretty slow, pretty boring, not a whole lot going on. We'll do a little bit of TA here, kind of see what we think is going on. Like we said, there's not really like a conviction right now of which way it's going. We haven't got a breakdown out of either side of our triggers, so we're kind of just waiting around, getting ready to trade. Seen a lot of that lately, it is a good trade if you're just sitting around you're being a good trader sitting around waiting, like if you're gonna just jump into something, then that's just stupid. Like, you're being a bad trader if you're just gonna jump in and try to like take every trade. You're looking for a trade, you're looking to like jump in, you're looking to just make money. Like, that's where you're gonna lose money, because the person who's sitting around waiting for the trade to come to them, that's the person that's gonna make some money. Because the only way to really make money in trading is to like use your system, and ours is telling us not to get in. So like, it's easy. You just kind of sit around, you wait for your trade to happen. Like if you jump in right now, you're just gonna lose out. Obviously if your system's telling you to get in, then that's when you're gonna get in, right? So right now, system is not telling us that, so we're gonna stay out of it. Especially for right now. I just got told I should reload the Kabroda site, so I'm going to check and make sure that it's still running right. So we'll go ahead and pop that open. I reloaded it already, got the levels set up again, so we'll make sure the same. 89,058, that's still the same. Got that breakdown at 88,405. Yep, that works. Yeah, they all look the same, so maybe here, let me check. Is there something? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was something going on earlier. Yeah, I got told we had to reload it, so I don't know. It looks the same to me, so I guess didn't really have to do that. All right, so yeah, like I said, slow day, but we will jump into some TA here. We are waiting still, like I said, for our move, but we're not. But we are just gonna kind of like, just kind of do some TA, sit back, relax, see what maybe we think the charts are gonna do. Really more for fun than anything. I mean, you can get pretty good at TA, but like I said, the things that are gonna make you a good trader is your system. So you could get as good as you want at TA, and you're never gonna like really make money. You have to be good at using your system. So, and I would kind of argue like your system is kind of your TA that you're using, but regardless, we'll do some TA here. We'll kind of throw some stuff on the chart, see what we think about it. Starting off with our 4 hour, we kind of got a flat top IC forming here with that rising wedge that we saw on the smaller time frame on the bottom. Got a little bit of a breakout here, but I would say that doesn't really count, because you can see we kind of came down and tested this line a couple of different times. We're kind of just running sideways right through here, getting ready to try to break this top zone here where we've tested a couple of times. We are in between our 200 and our 21. That's kind of a neutral zone really for us. Whenever in between those two, we call it neutral, just because I don't know, it's just something we found as we've kind of been trading through a couple of years we've been doing this. Just the 200 is kind of your like high resistance line up there. You got your 21 being kind of the same. Like 21 really kind of tells you like if we're above, or like depending on which way we're going, I guess. If we're below our 21, then that means we'll probably continue, or below or above. If we're going short, if we're below our 21, then we'll probably continue down. But once we get that break to the 21, that's where we'll be looking for a reversion back to the 200, and then we could obviously flip it and go bullish there, but that's just kind of what we found. So when they're in between though, like when price action is in between the 200 and 21, it's kind of just, just there, like it's just neutral. They're not really like looking to move up, looking to move down. We're kind of waiting for it to break either one of those to kind of tell us a little bit of direction there, because like I said, when it breaks that 21, we're going to go back to the 200 like we did right here. We broke through this 21 right here, broke up, and it went right to the 200 right there. So now it's kind of like, well, what's the price action going to do now? Because we hit our 200. So are we going to turn around and come back down, break through this 21 and continue downwards? Or are we going to do the opposite, break through the 200 and start to break up and bring the 21 up through the 200 with it? So we'll kind of see. Like I said, you don't know yet. It's just neutral. That's why we call it neutral. We got our breakout here on the MACD telling us we are looking a little bullish. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles. So typically you can get about 8 to I guess like 14 or something like that on a typical move. But typically you're shooting for that 8. So we're already getting close to that 8 levels. So typically when you see that, you see the price flipped to the other side. So we'll kind of see what we got here. Like I said, we don't know yet. We haven't gotten a confirmation either way. We're still sitting in that neutral territory. We did get a little bit of a bullish run here, but will we continue it? We'll see. As for RSI, we're kind of flat. If anything, we're kind of almost looking down. So kind of weird. It's opposite of what the MACD is saying here. So we got a little bit of a tilt down. Really, though, I would say this is more neutral than anything. You can see we kind of been sitting on this line for a while since the day before Christmas. So really, it just shows there's not a whole lot going on, you know, through this week and last week. Yeah, kind of what we got going on. So yeah, looking at this flag, it is there. Like I said last stream, though, we don't typically trade flags. We will if it like lines up with our system, but you know, just being there, it's kind of a nice way to kind of like compartmentalize the chart, see like what you're looking at, see which way it is more likely to go. But it's not something that we would be like, I don't know. It's just something that kind of adds to the rest of it, you know, like if you got the rest of it going for you, then the flag kind of helps out. But the hard thing with flags is they are just, they're just subjective. Like if I'm going to draw a flag, it might be different than, you know, Joe over there that decided to draw a flag too. He might draw one that's completely different than what I have. Enforcement check. I'm guessing you're talking about on the guessing you're talking about on our AI, Jerry. So the enforcement check is basically if you try to jump into a trade before you should. So like obviously before our plan sets up. So right now we don't have any kind of plan to jump into. So we can use the flag that we were talking about on the plan. Oh, is it on our, yeah, one sec. On the plan. I'm guessing you're talking about our AI, but I don't know. Yeah, basically it's just if you're gonna jump into a trade that's not there, it's gonna tell you. So we can go ahead and try it. I mean, I can show you what it does. Basically, if you're like, say we got that flag that we were looking at, right? And we're saying, hey, we're gonna jump into this flag right now. So like, let's say, here, I'll grab us a screenshot here and we can kind of go from there. All right, so I got this screenshot right here. You can see our flag in there. I threw a trade on there. We're gonna say we're gonna jump into this like, hey, I think this is gonna take off right here. So I'm going to jump into this flag. And take it to 95, I think is our target. 95,0700. Oh, that is not our target. 95,700. All right, so basically we're telling it, hey, we're just gonna jump into this trade right here, and we send it a screenshot. So it should do enforcement check. Yep. So hold on, stop right there. Don't do that. Basically, you're jumping into a flag before you get the acceptance. Yep, risk override. Based on the active data station, blah, blah, blah. We got neutral pre-breakout. We don't have any bias. We're compressed inside the daily range. High time frame shells are balanced above and below. There's current location is we are inside no man's land, meaning we're between the 200 and the 21. Why the trade's not allowed, do not have acceptance above the breakout trigger. We're sustained hold above the high time frame resistance. No directional regimen yet. We do have the rotational behavior, overlapping value, and fake out risk. Calling this to take off before the market moves is front running, not execution. So basically it's going to ask us some questions. It's trying to teach you basically. So it's trying to help you learn, like, well, why is this not a good trade? Like, hey, you know, I wanted to take this trade. Like, I wanted to jump in and take this flag here. And now it's like, well, you know, this is why that's a bad trade. And this is why you probably should be thinking a little bit more about it before you jump into that. Because if you're just going to jump in, you're going to end up, like, wrecking yourself. Basically, it's just going to hold you accountable to our system. Like I said, there's a lot of different systems out there. You could use whatever you want. You could even use the battle box like mixed in with another system. But for our system specifically, we haven't gotten that that trigger yet, confirming which way we're going to go. Regardless, you know, that was like not the best play. Even if you were trying to jump into that flag, typically if you're going to jump into a flag, you wait for that breakout and retest. Similar to what we're doing here on the support and resistance, because you're kind of waiting for that breakout of the resistance, being the line on top, on the top line on your flag. You're looking for that resistance break and then the retest, and then that's where you jump in. So, yeah, that's to answer your question. Yeah, that's what an enforcement check is just basically the AI. You say, hey, you know, I'm going to jump into this, and it's saying, well, nope, stop. You need to turn around. You need to look at this. This is not part of our system here. Like, what are you doing? You sometimes, you know, like, you explain it in the right way. If you it will tell you, like, if you take a decent trade, even though it's not part of the system, it will tell you, like, hey, you know, this isn't part of our battle box system. Here's why. Here's what you're missing. But also, like, since you said this, we know that is a decent trade. So that's why it's I don't know, like, I think maybe normally it says, like, oh, this is like a B+ trade or whatever. So just because it is a good trade, it's just not part of our system. So that's not really what we're looking for, and you took it too early compared to what we would have took on our system. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. We'll continue with our TA though, heading on. Oops. We'll head on to the 1 hour here. So we're kind of seeing the same flag forming. There's kind of a more micro flag right here forming. So if we use this dotted line right here as our top, we can use this here as the bottom, and you can see we're kind of forming the same thing here with a little bit of a breakout here, breakout flag forming. I believe that's called a cynic triangle forming there. Wait, no, it's not. That is, well, I guess it is basically a cynic triangle. But same thing, looking for that breakout. Kind of crazy right here. Interesting thing that I kind of noticed as we're looking at it. This top of the flag is pretty close to our trigger line right here, our breakout line. So if we get that break and retest there, we could be looking for a trade up to 90,000. Will that happen today? I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if we get the go ahead to jump in from the charts. But for right now, we have nothing. So that is a perfect example, I guess, of when we would use a flag versus when we wouldn't. So on the 4 hour, obviously, it didn't really set up like a nice flag for us. We were saying, oh, you know, well, I guess it was a nice flag, but it wasn't like a nice flag in our system. So right now though, on the 1 hour, we are setting up that nice flag here. We're looking for the breakout, so we could see that nice breakout retest, and then the flag is just confirming what we already know. If we get that retest here, we're looking for that break up to the upside, and then we could use that as a target. We could also use this high right here as a target. More than likely we'll take out that 90,000 range right there. Maybe go even higher to our flag top. So kind of interesting. That's kind of cool. That's just exactly what I was talking about, though. That's where we could use a flag inside of our trading system to actually trade. So we'll move back to the 15 now. Gotta check out some TA here. So we are breaking the 21 right now, maybe. We'll see if we get that close below. If we do, then we'll be looking for that retest back down to the 200 here. Our candle actually ended up closing bearish, so we broke down back through our breakout level here. So we didn't actually get those 2 candle closes. So you know what that means. That means we don't have a trade here right now. Not to worry though. You know, like, I don't really care. We didn't jump in. We didn't lose any money. So like, what's the matter? We're just waiting for the charts to tell us what's going on, right? So it could go down, could go up. We'll see. Just kind of depends on what the chart wants to do. So we'll just have to watch it. Let the chart kind of tell us when to jump in. It's the easiest way to trade. Right now we are looking a little bit more to the downside with the MACD just crossing bearishly. Once this candle closes, we'll know it's more bearish. We got the RSI breaking down as well, so we're looking for a breakdown here. We'll see how far we continue downwards. Yeah, really, that's kind of it. We're kind of getting back into that no man's land. Like I said, typically when you break the 21, you'll see that reversal back to the 200. Obviously, it's not always true. It's not always what happens. Sometimes, like you can see right here in the price action, we'll get that breakdown, and then we'll kind of try to break up again and get the breakdown. Oh, we actually broke up a decent amount that time. But it doesn't always mean you come back to the 200. It just, whenever you get that break of the 21, that's typically what you're looking for. So you want to watch out for that. Even if you don't get that, it's just something you want to watch for. That is a pretty crazy candle though. We had a bearish engulfing and then another pretty big bearish candle there. So we'll see if we continue down. Could be some sellers grabbing liquidity, could be telling us that we're about to break down here. So we'll see. Really, like I said, just waiting for that retest. The one thing is, if we do get that breakdown to our breakdown level and that retest, we are in between the 200 and the 21, so we are in that neutral territory. So taking that down trade will be a little bit hard, but you know, that just means that say it's an A+ setup if you get everything right. So if everything lines up perfectly, that'll be A+. Maybe this will be more like an A, just because we don't have the 200 and the 21 lined up. So still a decent trade, but just not a A+ setup. We'll move on to 5 minute here. So for the 5 minute, you can see we already got that breakdown. So we broke down through our 221, and now we're coming down to that 200. We came back, reversed right to the 200, so we got that break 21. Guess where we went? 200. That's right. Came back down, retested it right there. So now we're looking for possible bounce here, or are we gonna continue down, get that break down below this breakout, and get that retest for us to jump into a breakdown trade. A little bit of a short here, so we'll see what happens. MACD is crossing downwards, telling us we are getting that run down. Like I said, normally get about 8 candles. It doesn't always happen, you know. For instance, like right here on the bullish side, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, so we didn't get all 8 of those. We went over those straight maker, but the 4 hour, and the 1 hour kind of both neutral, not really telling us anything. We did see some flags on both of them, possible for the upside, but I believe that we just broke the 1 hour flag that we were. Oh no, we haven't broke that yet. If we get that breakdown on the 1 hour all the way down to our breakdown line, then we would break our flag. But there's flags telling us we can go up, but the 1 hour is more bullish, like telling us we could go up. The 4 hours just kind of more of a neutral. Yeah. So 1 hour is not really telling us anything. But yeah, we already went over those. Yeah, I guess you're watching price action at the time. But yeah, that was a little recap. So that's kind of what we went over. But yeah, 5 minute is looking like we could possibly get a breakdown. Possibly we might just get this bounce right here. Kind of will tell us where we're gonna go for the next little bit. We are in that neutral zone now on the 5 minute. And like I said, yeah, 8 candles here on the MACD histogram, so we could get a little bit more time for the downside. We could turn right here, could not. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it is looking like that 200 is showing a little bit of support. Will it be enough? I don't know. We'll have to see. Like I said, we're just along for the ride until we get below our breakout or above our below our breakdown or above our breakout. Other than that, we're just kind of sitting and waiting. You know, it's not a bad place to be. No money in the market, just sitting and waiting. Yeah. Other than that, there is not a whole lot going on. So that's kind of what we're looking at for today. You kind of want to be watching as we jump into this. Yeah, any more questions from y'all as we're about to end this stream? We got nothing really going on. Just for reference, we will not be live tomorrow. Everybody will be up late tonight, I'm sure, for New Year's Eve. Getting ready for New Year's. Yeah, basically New Year's, you know, crazy kind of holiday, really, because technically tomorrow's the holiday, but everybody stays up late, and like everybody like stays up into tomorrow and then sleeps like all day tomorrow. So it's just kind of like funny holiday, you know, like you're up all night long and then you sleep all day tomorrow. Not really, but like you sleep a decent amount tomorrow. So it's kind of funny. It's funny that, you know, like the holiday is like tomorrow, but you really celebrate tonight. So just funny. But yeah, hopefully, yeah, just stay up, watch the ball drop. Don't worry about waking up early tomorrow to catch the live. You could just sleep in. Yeah, get that beauty sleep. I'm sure everybody will need after tonight. Enjoy yourself. And then we will be back next Tuesday at 8, just normal time again. Yeah, ready for a new year. So, yeah, I guess without further ado, we will see y'all next year. Thanks for watching our live streams. Thanks y'all for being with us for this year. Happy New Year to y'all, and happy trading. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all next time.